We sort of started by looking at off-the-shelf things that you could use, like little magnet holders. I think it'd be okay if it wasn't in a car. If it was on your fridge, it'd be great. But when you're in a car and the car's moving and whatever, like they just. That was out the window. We had to strip back the paper towel holder to what it is at its core. 2 points that hold a cylinder in place. Has to be mountable on our mesh pattern. Has to be quick and easy to get the paper towel on and off. Everyone's been in that situation where you need a paper towel and your hands are covered in food, in grease. You don't want to grab everything with your grubby hands. We really wanted enough pressure on those spots so that you could pull it off one-handed. We also wanted enough pressure so that as you pull it, it naturally rolls, but not so much that it rolls by itself. But also we didn't want it to be when you go to pull on it, it's so rigid that it never comes off. We kind of had to think about what are people currently doing? And for most people, that's a bungee strap or an Oki strap. And that works, it gets the job done. When you've put so much effort into kitting out your car, we wanted to make sure that whatever we do, but brings a level of refinement and satisfaction that this never could. And we started off with basically just a little 3D print that sort of plugs into the ends. Oh, it literally just snapped on me. It snapped again. You can see why we didn't go with this design. It just sort of plugs in there, and it sort of proved that it was worth doing, but just not in this form factor. We needed 2 pins to hold the towel in place. How do we create those pins from sheet metal? We went to CAD, the old school CAD, cardboard aided design. And this was where it all started, was folding a piece of sheet metal, or card in this instance, in such a way that it comes to a point, to an apex there. From there, we sort of went to a 3D print. It doesn't look great. It wasn't pointy enough, it didn't engage. Refined it a bit, and we ended up with what's starting to look like our final product. While we were exploring this one, we were exploring other options too, and one that sort of came across was this guy here, which was a really neat concept in that it would bolt down to your shelf, and these little side brackets here, they quickly come on and off. But we ended up stepping away from this one, mostly because when the manufacturing costs exceed the value and features that the product has to offer, it becomes harder to justify. With that sort of design proven, we went to sheet metal. We tried all sorts of things in sheet metal. All of these look identical, but there's ever so slight differences to them, mostly around the thickness of the material. We wanted a certain amount of spring between the 2 parts. It seems like a small problem, this idea of having your paper towel quick and easily accessible, but once you have it there and you start using it and you realize, oh, this is great, I can grab my towel and not rifle through my stuff with my cooking hands and make a mess everywhere. So that's sort of how we went from cardboard aided design all the way through to our final product.